Okay, g'day everyone. Just getting the camera nice and focused. Just waiting for some people to hop on board. I might change the thread while I'm there. I can get that a little bit higher. So let me just face it down a little bit more. All right. Okie doke. Like I say, I'm just going to wait for some people to hop on board. Looks like we've got about 3 so far. That's good. When you're online, g'day, Lynette. How are you going? Just say g'day. Hello, hello. G'day, Rado. Alrighty. So I'm just throwing in a spaghetti thread. Sorry, confetti. My apologies. Hubby's just got home, so he's able to pick up the young fella. Annette, great, thanks. Have to take my grandkids to work, so I hope I don't have to watch the replay. Okay. Oh, well, if you do what you do, it's no big deal. At least there is a replay. All right. So I've got in the bobbin, I've got the what do they call it? The pre-rounds, the deco bob in the bobbin. I need the tweezers. That's what I need. I've got my eyeballs on. I'm just useless at threading a needle. Okay. So what I've done so far, just so you can see, is I have, that's just fluff. So I have an aqua and a yellow flower. I am going to stitch in this flower here, and I've got a pink in at the moment, and probably one of these little fellows up here, which are sort of these. It's very hard to see, but there it is there. Because I kept this one away from sales because it didn't iron out, like the transfer didn't iron out very well. So I just decided to keep it in my stock and thought, well, this is a perfect idea. I can actually quilt it, stitch it, and then you guys get to see how it works. Always like to have it where I'm going to start sewing. I've adjusted my foot. I've got my tension right. Feed dogs are down and gloves are on. There we go, gloves. Well, sort of a sale, not sort of. It's okay. You can always watch the replay. And I will go through it more in the new year. So you're not missing out too much. All right. So just going to go around. That one just sounds a little bit clunky, and I do have probably the wrong colour in the bobbin, so I might have to change that after this flower. I think what it is that the foot's too high, so I'll just go down a bit. Yeah. Now it is going through 2 layers of wadding. I do have 2 layers, but I don't actually have a back on it yet, so that's going to come later. And you might notice, I don't know if you will or not, but if I miss a line, I sort of don't stress because I like to go over a couple of times a lot of the time. It's not necessary in this, but, you know, that means that any little boo-boos that I've made, any little indiscretions are gone. Just Just trying to see what I've got there. Okay, so we're good. And in the end, I might even pop some paint in it. So who knows what I decide. I have said it to you before. Normally, I don't decide until I'm, pretty much there. And I know that when you guys got your little drawings, you actually got your pieces, you would have got a drawing of it as well. So you can see where you need to stitch as well. So it just makes it easier for you. I'm just going to cut that off. So I've started doing around that flower. There are bits I need to miss and cut off and go on the other side of things. Some are sort of hidden behind and all that jazz. So I'm going to go on the other side of this one. Just do that little petal. And that's done. So if you guys got any questions or anything, you notice I like to leave the actual thread above the foot so that it disappears in the mix underneath. Just going around that twice. And this is literally just a matter of following lines, which if you're not used to free motion quilting can be quite overwhelming when you first start, but you do get used to doing it. Just remember that these lines do not wash out. So if you miss the line once, go back and go over it again. Doesn't matter if you've got two little sketch lines over the top of it's fine. Or paint. All else fails. Well, they say echo, and if the echo fails, throw paint at it. Paint's good. Just going down the other side. One side. A little bit rough, but that's okay. Blind man would love to see it, wouldn't he? Did you pull your thread through the top? Did you pull your thread through the top? What do you mean by pull my thread through the top? Do you mean as in, did I pull it through this way, like cut it and then pull it through, or did I pull from the top up? Is that what you mean? Did I bring my bobbin up? I might get my aqua out. The bobbin thread? No. Because this has got a cut off, like literally it cuts off really tight. I let the bobbin thread just mix underneath. So you'll see it just, just does the cut off thing underneath. And because I don't have a backing, that'll just hide in behind the between the layers. And I'll trim off any excess before I put a backing on. And normally with any kind of arty sort of quilt, I tend to put a darker backing on just to hide those little indiscretions. Oops, days. Just need the tweezers. So I don't know if you know, but I've actually got in stock now those sewing machine mats that you sit your machine on with the caddy on the front from Yazi, because they've got zippers in it. So normally the ones, I'll just move the camera so you can see. Oh, nearly knocked it off its perch. But, so there it is. That you can hardly see it because it's black. But that's it there. Okay, and they've got zippers. So in the new year, I'll show you these. It's also got a pin cushion, but that means, how most of the time you've got them with pockets. You have to empty all the pockets before you start again. Well, this one I just have to zip it up. So when I want to move it, I just zip up, which is good. All right, back to it. Tweezers help when threading, just saying. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to do another, got the aqua back in. I might do I might do this little half one here in aqua and that one down there. So I'm just going to stitch those. Make sure the thread is above the foot. I'll trim that off in a sec. Oh, I love these little scissors. They are the best things since sliced bread. So the only time I'll bring a bobbin thread up from the top is traditional quilting. If I've got a barrier thread. Some people bring it up every single time, and that's fine as well. It's just a different way of doing things. But because I'm going to be hiding it all, I sort of don't worry. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. Just cut that off. So that's those two done. You can see there. All right, I've got to do the stems yet, but that'll be a different colour. So I'm going to go down and do this little flower. It's half off the page, which is good. Can't see some of it, but I will make it up. It's all good. So this will be the last little demo I do until I come back, because we literally go away on Sunday and tomorrow's Christmas Day and Saturday we'll be packing caravan, woohoo, because we're going to glamp it. And Sunday we're leaving and we've got people looking after the place, which is nice. So we're not leaving the house unattended. And plus we've got the animals here to feed and everything. So yeah, it's all happening, hey. Looking forward to it. I'm sort of struggling to see this one. It's so light, so I am literally making it up as I go. And I think there's one more there. A little bit funkier than the other one. I can just go down. And again, because I'm right on the edge of the fabric, it's not giving me much room to use my palms. Okay, trim that baby off. Wait. Pressing the wrong button, that's why it's growling at me. Okay, so another one done. So can you see me stitching at all, or is it just, you know, not working? I might do another. I can do another aqua one here, just on this bit here. So you guys have got lots of projects to do at the moment, and you know you wouldn't be a true quilter if you didn't have 30 million projects all at once. That's the old saying. A bit like myself. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do by the time I get back. I'm hoping if some of you guys can get a chance to do some of this too. See? So I try and do, if I've got one colouring, like, you know, I'm about to do yellow, so I'll do as much yellow as I can while I'm there. Actually might not do that yet, so I want to change the bobbin. Might do some red. So any questions at all? So the other half's gone to pick up Jaden, so I don't have to rush off at 4:30, which is great. I said that before, but I'll just reiterate. Because I get a shaky hand sometimes. You can see how shaky I am. If I can just get that through, so my fat fingers won't go through there, but that will. And then it's above the foot, which is good. I'm going to do this flower. And the other thing too is you can just go around all those petals, like I'll do this one that way, and just go all the way around once. And then come back and do those little veins and in the next round. You know what I mean? I could take my sewing machine with me, you know, because we've got a Jenny. Just saying. I could just see that being a nuisance. Turn that off. So I've gone around that one time, and now I can sort of do the little details. I take hand sewing on my tatting camping when I go. Yeah, I've got hand sewing because I've still got that hexy one to do. So I'll be taking that, and I'm taking my painting stuff because I want to do some drawing and painting and stuff like that. And taking my soft pastels with me because I want to do those. So, you know, the week will fill up fast. Definitely don't want to do any cooking, which I don't really do very often anyway. I'm the worst housewife ever. Yeah. So we're definitely doing all that. Okay, it's a red one. It's a red one. And what have we got there? Some leaves. I'll put this one on here. Oops, days. We made a big boo-boo. Yeah. Hi, Stella. How you going? Oh, Bobbin just finished. Perfect timing because I need to change my bobbin colour. So far, today's a little bit dark, isn't it? What's going on there? There we go. Got some of those done, which is fabo. So I'll just change my bobbin. Oh no, bobbin didn't run out. Must have broken or something. I need to change it anyway. I'll change it to a white one. So grab my little thing. No, it's not in there. Hey, Gidget, you have to watch you play some great fabrics. Yeah, it's a trap, Gidget. Don't do it. Dear. All right, so I've got some half-used bobbins. It's perfect for that sort of stuff. Can maybe finish them off. Pop that in there. Change the red. Go for the yellow. Susan and I did not run away fast enough. No, you did not. I did say to run. Run, Forrest, run. All right. I don't know if you noticed, but every time I thread the thread, I always cut the end again with a sharp pair of scissors, just because trying to thread through a needle and it's got furry ends is just about maddening. Excuse me, what? Alrighty, so we want to do a little lallo one over here. And it's gonna, yeah, I've got little, cut that off. Okay. Next time I will listen to you. Yeah, I don't reckon you will. I think you'll just go, yeah, no, I'm enjoying this way too much. Especially when you remind me I've missed it, so I'm just saying. Did you get my 3 meters? And then blame me. Funny. Of course it's my fault. It's always going to be my fault. I'm good with that. If that's all I get blamed for, you buying absolutely gorgeous fabric and getting it at a bloody good price, then my bad. All right, so because it's yellow and lallo is such a light colour, I am actually going back over the second time with this little funky little doodah just to make it more visible. This one I'm using at the moment is a Rosart. In some places I've gone over 3 times and it doesn't really matter, you know, as long as it's visible. Okay. Yeah. Every time I say goodbye and don't go straight away, I end up buying. And Stella, yes, you're right. It is my fault. All right. So upside down, so I can't see what they are. Just having a look. I might do a second one in yellow. This one here. Well, we'll go that way because I can see myself. I can work towards myself. Get out around there. I'll come and get that thread in a minute. So I'm hoping to be able to draw more of these because I'd like to be able to actually create a quilt with them. I think they would look pretty cool. The other thing too is I do have some more embroidery files I have to upload, and there's some really cute ones. and some drawings for my son. What was that? Aussie Post can't find my parcel. They said they will do a compensation claim next week for me. Oh, that, yeah, well, that's not good. We'll have to figure out what was in it. Well, I've sent you that invoice anyway, and see if once they've compensated you, they had to compensate me for another one too. The customer hadn't, I don't think she paid. Oh, yeah, she has, but one of the items I'm going to have to credit her for because I can't get it anymore. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Good old Australia Post, this will be costing them a fortune. No wonder we pay a fortune for our postage because they're so bloody useless, they keep losing stuff. Just saying. Even if I do put it in the back of my car sometimes. Oh, you're joking. What the hell does it have a tracking number for if it's not for them to see where it goes? Yeah, exactly, Stella. Yeah. And it had that run out boutiques. Yeah. And you know, funny you say that because it was also the same run for the other lady as well. Those that same time, that same week. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading messages while I was here. Okay, next one. Let's pick another colour. Pick a colour, any colour. Let's go with purple. Purple. Right, so well, thankfully, we do the tracking. Otherwise, if it was just a postage with no tracking, do you know they wouldn't compensate? Lost mine at the front gate last year. The front gate. Did you get compensated for that, Stella? Okey-doke. Just looking at some leaves. I don't want to do the leaves in purple. So leaves. We'll do this little purple flower. And there's a purple flower there. And then we've got another little spirally thing. And then the rest are all leaves. Alrighty. It was a Santa. Oh, you're joking. Queen size quilt. Oh, I don't know how they lose them from the truck. I don't know. I reckon they lose them straight into the back pocket of someone who wants it. That's what I reckon. It's all a load of rubbish. They don't lose them at all. I reckon they open it up and go, oh, this looks all right. You know how often they say, you know, you put down the description of what's in there? I hate doing it. I do it because if there's ever a question that it, you know, what did it have in it, blah, 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 oh, you didn't write that down. I've got at least some sort of description there. It does say optional, but I'm thinking of starting not to write down what's in them just because it might just reduce some of the depth. They don't know. That makes sense. Although it still comes up saying that it's from my business. So they're still going to know that it's from a fabric shop of some sort. There's family members here read that, and when it's prezzies, it annoys me. Yeah, hate when they have to say on the parcel what it. Yeah. Someone in the. Yeah, I hate that we have to say it's the parcel when it comes. Yeah. Family members have read that and when it's no. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's very true, Rado. If you what do I take that out for, silly woman? If you bought it for a prezi, it's almost like here it is, you can have it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, look, if you're after a new computer today or a new bit of fabric, oh, my wife's a quilter, I'll take that. You know, my wife makes dresses, I'll pinch that. Oh, I'm a quilter, I'll do that. You know, oh, you got a pair of scissors in there. Oh, I broke mine the other day, or I can't find mine. I'll just take the whole package. And when I do the international ones, I've got to list everything individually, like literally individually. And that freaks me right out. Oh, I do have another one there. So I might do this one here. No, this one here. Yeah, that one there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of takers out there. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Plenty of them. Luckily, there's more givers than there is takers. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worthwhile being here, would it? The rubbish we have to put up with. Have to put up with that all the time as well. And you can see why people get really upset and depressed because, you know, you bloody, you know, you guys work your ass off. You pay all this money, you know, to have stuff and then it's gone. They should give you a 2-part form filled out for them to stamp, but you keep the itemisation until and if it gets lost. Yeah, that's true. It should, yeah, especially with international because, you know, how many hands does it cross before it gets to you? Let's cross waters. And my dog is scratching at the door and she needs a good smack on the bottom today. She has been very naughty. She's the reason why I had to chase the sheep earlier. And I thought if she hadn't have done what she'd done, the sheep would have been right and I would have been able to get that stuff off its legs. But she got smack bottom. She did. Very upset I was. She knows not to do it. She just does it because she's been silly. Any other time she'd listen to me and then she decides that, no, there's a sheep there, I'm going to be feral, like as if she can do anything with it anyway. So I just left her in the paddock. Oh, absolutely. They would know. Yeah, absolutely would know whose hands it was in. 100% agree with that. And I reckon they purposely, it's all secret squirrel business because they don't want to admit that their staff are thieves. And not all of them, I shouldn't say that. There's some of their staff. You know, they don't want to admit that the person that they've got working for, and they're probably still working there. I shouldn't say that. They're not all thieves. There's a lot of good people there, but the ones that, and I know for a fact that they do, some people do it. But yeah, what else do you do? Hey, but you know how I've got that little plastic thing there? I don't see why, if they really want to see what's in it, that can't be in the back of it. Why it has to be listed on the front? You know, I mean, if they have to open that up, then they've got to break the seal. Then you know someone's broken the seal. Do you know what I mean? Mine lost by, that is so pretty. Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? Oops, a daisy, I forgot to do cut off. What was I saying? That's so pretty, Michelle. Thank you. Mine lost by local delivery company. He was not great to deal with. No, that would be even worse. Yeah, I mean, it's at least, you know, with Australia Post, honest to God, they just went, yep, no worries, and compensate, because they know full well that it's gone missing in their end. They know it's their fault, not our fault. But what they don't understand is what I've supplied you is at like almost half price, and you can't get that again at that price. So basically what you're losing is not your $300 or whatever, it's actually like $600, because you've actually lost that sale. Yeah, I agree, Stella. I reckon it should definitely not be. I think between all of us, we will solve the problems of the world. I am here to tell you. Now, I've got one more little feral thing. I might do a pink one, and I'm going to let this dog in before she drives me nuts. She's sitting there looking at me, scratching the door. She's such feral. So angry at her. So that poor old Rod's come home from working all week, and now he's got to go out and chase this sheep down because if she hadn't have chased it, and it's partly my fault because I didn't let her in actually. She got through the fence. But she's not allowed in there. I think it was the block squares from Yazi. Oh, was it? Oh, the ones that we can't get anymore. That explains that, doesn't it? Yeah, the ones I can't get anymore. Those grey ones and that. Yep, I'm hearing you. Yeah, I do have, I like those wormy little things. Yeah, they're funny, aren't they? They're sort of like little wormhole things. They're so cute. It'll all start coming together soon once I start doing the leaves and everything, and the little circles. So I've just got one more of these little wormy hole things. Hang on, I better do that dog before I kill her. Okay, all right, so we got one more of those out there, and about there. Oh, did you see that? Oh dear. Put up. Stop it. Put up. Didn't want that much at all, did it? Yeah, right. Okay. Well, they really did have. Well, I put patches down. So, and I would have put fabric patches, and I try to be very blasé. The other woman, she had fabric, gifts, and I feel for her because she's, probably had them for Christmas. You saw that, did you, Rado? Wondering what it did on the back. Oh, nothing. That's good. Now, be nice to me. All righty. Put down. Needle down. Let's try again the easy way. Hold on to that. Yeah. So excited that those little scissors came back in. It felt like forever. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Anyway, I obviously put 2 orders in with them, and they've sent them all together. It's probably saved on postage, I'd say. So did you draw the pattern on the wadding? Oh, no, this is fabric. Sorry, Stella. This is fabric and then 2 layers of wadding. So I don't know if you can see that very well. It looks, there we go. 2 layers of fabric and then the wadding. So it was drawn onto paper, ironed onto the fabric. That's a white fabric, homespun. And yeah, and then we just stitch, stitch, stitch. So you can see the lines. They're very faint. That's why I couldn't sell that one. So they got a bit fuzzy. I must have moved the pattern. So they, yeah. All right. I know the garlic is white, but I'm not doing it. in white. I'm doing it in grey. Just saying. Just FYI. Oh, you thought it was underneath? Yeah, no, I'm not that clever. I just sort of ironed on the transfer. Yeah, and yeah, then stitch her out. All right, come on, you caught around there, or what's going on there? What are you doing? You caught, little booger. Get out of there. All right, we'll do these onion thingies, garlicky thingies, whatever they are. Just got to sort of look how they're. I can't remember. Okay, so it just goes up. Oh, okay, I see. Said the blind man. No, all good. Nothing silly about it. All right, so. Alrighty. Pinch. Good. And I didn't do that yellow in the centre either, did I, before I took it out? Silly woman. Easy. Cross. I'll go down here a bit just to. Oh, that just. Oh, and it's skipping. Oh, you little bug. Come back over. Don't be naughty. Oh, doesn't like that at all. What's going on? Put down a bit. Doesn't like going backwards today. All right. Sorry, my hands are going to be in the way for a second, just while I get this fella to do what it's supposed to do. Oh, there it goes. Cut off. Zoom in. Stupid thing. So cut off. Yeah, it came unthreaded. All sorts of little things, isn't it? A little bit of a knotski. If it's the bobbin carrying on. And if it's getting a bit funny because it's low. Very well be. Make sure this is not catching. No, it's not. All right. Behind there. Get behind there. All right. And there. One. Nice. Thread everywhere. Alrighty. Back over here. Down there. Good thing about watching you is we see how to fix things with the machine. Yeah, true. Yes, well, I don't know whether that's good for me. But yes, I understand what you mean. Bloody machine. Oh dear. What not to do when sewing? That's what that is. Oh dear. It is good, yeah, I know. I'm being cheeky. All right. All righty. Emily. I'm going to go up and then down, and I'll come back and do another layer in a minute. I was just reading your comment and I already know what not to do. Yeah, I hear you. I do it all the time. Yeah, see, now it's not doing that silly thing going backwards. I think the bobbin was sort of having a moment, to be honest. I must admit, I think that whenever anything sort of starts playing up, and you'll probably notice this, I tend to go back to the basics. So I'll go back to the needle, the thread, all those basic things. That's the first thing I will attack. And then after that, if I can't figure it out, I'm sort of looking at things that I can't really fix properly. So, you know, like timing or, you know, anything horrific like that. So I have heard of people fixing their own timing, but that just freaks me right out. It's not going to happen on my bloody watch. That's all I can say. It would just really blow my mind if someone said, oh, you can do that yourself, and I had to open up the machine and do all that. That's just not going to happen. The first thing I do is throw up my hands and stop until the yeah, I'm hearing you on that too. I have been known to do that as well. You're not alone. Yeah, if it gets really cranky, you know, like there's a little bit of a thread sticking up there, I'll just go back over that. If it gets really cranky, I will, and then I'll start the next day and I'll go, right, okay, we've had a discussion. I'm going to win this argument. And I'll start from the start and see what happens. If I can't figure it out then, I might ring someone or get on and have a bit of a research. But as a general rule, normally those basic things can fix most problems, you know, most issues. Or tension, you know, tension's another one that is gets people every time. So, yeah, I think that once I've played with all those things, then I'm pretty right. Just go around this outside one a bit more. And that second one in because it's got a big gap. Oh, that just made the gap worse. So, yeah, I'll give myself a break, I think. If I'm honest, mine is always operator. Yeah, we call it OE in teaching, operator error. A lot of the time, anything to do with a machine will be operator error. Pretty much back it in. And it'll be something simple. And normally I find that once you give the machine a break or yourself a break, you can, especially if you're tired, you can think clearer, and then all of a sudden everything just goes nicely. But tiredness it's a bit like driving a car. It's a killer with any kind of sewing, I reckon, or especially quilting. A little bit of a pinch, but I will stitch that to death. It's not going to be visible at all. Back up here, give them another row. So some things I'm going over 2 or 3 times, some things I'm not, and, you know, there's no right or wrong with this. It is what it is. Can't really see there. I'm guessing, so I'm just going to guess. Oh, that just sounded like a thread underneath. Back over it again. Oh, I did it again. So as soon as you see it doing this thing, that chewing up stuff, that's definitely going to be bobbin. If it's playing up on the top, it'll be to do with your bobbin. Pretty much back it in. Just pull that through a little bit more. Thread. Come on. Yeah. Here we go. So I'm a little bit excited. I got myself a new Wacom. I got one for Jaden a few years ago, and, like, mind you, they're not bloody cheap. And anyway, he's like, yeah, I really want one, and he doesn't use it. I'm like, seriously, dude, it cost me a lot of money. Oh, I haven't got the right connection, blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, I decided to buy one from moi so that I can turn my drawings into proper things so that I can get them digitized. And I'm a little bit excited because it came in today. Very excited. Oh, I can see better this side. Let's do it from this way. Yeah, so how cool is that? Very excited. I know, small things. So seriously, this is not a very big piece. If you were to sit there, and I think I had them at $10 the size, and or I think it was 15 or something. I can't remember. Anyway, but it's not a big piece. It doesn't take you too long. Like you could probably get it out, like done in the afternoon. Sit there and just fiddle around with it, depending on how far. Yeah, I'm not going very fast. I would sit there in an evening and probably sit in the lounge room and do it with my sewing machine on the coffee table, much to everyone's disgust. I'll wait until they all go to bed and then I pick it up and put it on the coffee table. And then I do other things. So, yeah, you can get this done fairly quickly. Missed what you got. Oh, it's a Wacom. Sorry. It's like a screen. It's not a screen. It's like a flat board, and it's got like a pen, and you can draw on it, and that drawing goes straight onto your computer and saves as a file, rather than me having to scan it and all those sort of things, trying to convert it, blah blah blah. So it literally does what I want it to do straight up. So it takes out a huge amount of fluffing around, which is great. I'm just going back down here. I'm nearly done. These won't take too long. Yes, I got an Excel X Pen. Yes, digital drawing board myself. Yes, and I got one of those for Jaden. So he's got a Wacom and one of those, and he goes, "No, I can't use it." I'm like, you need a file, you need a digital, I don't know what he said. Anyway, I went, well, so I'm going to hide mine from him because he'll see it and he'll be like, oh my God, can I use that? No, no, you can't. So I'll be taking my computer in later and I'll hook her up and I will be drawing tonight. And then tomorrow morning, do the housework, clean up, blah, 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 get lunch. Oh, I better get some meat out tonight. Ooh, in trouble. And yeah, thankfully, we only have about 10 coming. It's just my brother, my mum and dad, and us and my nieces. So not too many, just nice and cozy. We're going to do the Barbie thing, some salad and some, what do they call it? Potatoes and cauliflower and some peas, as well as some salad. Just nice and simple. I'll probably find that what we've got left over, I'll give between me and Robert and Mum and Dad, which is my brother, Robert, and then we'll take whatever we can away, and that'll probably feed us for while we're gone, which will be pretty damn cool, which means I really don't need to do anything, and Rod just needs to cook meat. How cool is that? Alrighty. Well, garlic thing. I'm like a mushroom, lived in the dark too long. It's like a stylus. Yeah, what on earth is a digital pen? Yeah, it's like a pen. It's like a stylus, and it literally, well, whatever you do here, it does on the screen. Oh, good. All right, so I reckon that's pretty good for today. Or I might do that yellow on the middle, and then that'll be it. Just finish off those flowers because they are only half done. And then next time when I come back, we'll do another one. And you'll miss me. I'll be gone for just over a week. No demos. You'll just have videos of me sitting in the sun, or not the sun, in the shade, and hand sewing and drawing or painting. Yeah, a little bit like those magic maker boards. Yes, that sort of thing. All right, so I'm just going to change it to Ziggy Zag, and I'm going to go down to around about a size of 1 mil. All right. Also need to make sure, now I've done that, to change my tension back up to 6, and foot down, needle down, hope for the best that I don't actually hit the, stop it. Oh yeah, just. Yeah, so like a little electronic pen. Takes away about hours and hours of, yeah, work for me. So a little zigzag, and I'm just sort of going around backwards and forwards, and that's going to fill up the centre bits nicely. I did little circles in that one, but I felt those sort of pointless, and they're cute, but I might as well do like a little zigzag thing. And it fills it in anyway. And cut off. And then we'll go over here. I've missed a bit there with the, anyway, we'll just deal with it. So you can go in circles, backwards and forwards, all that sort of stuff. So you mix it up a bit, it sort of creates that sketchy look. A lot of people, I use it too, but a lot of people do use it in textile arts because it creates a really nice effect. I've got one over here. So yeah, we're nearly there. So yeah, all I have to do then is just do the greens and the bubbles and that in the background. And I'll probably do a couple of different greens. I've got 1, 2 more, yeah. Oops, cut off is what I meant to press. Top. Alrighty, we're almost there. We'll just stitch that little baby in. And that's the thing with this, you can actually sort of make it thicker and stuff with the little zigzag. Just trim that little booger off. Can't have hairy legs, and that's too straight. It's coming off, whether it likes it or not. Come out. There we go. All right. So I'll zoom back out. There we go. So far, so good. So now we just need to do the greens, some of the bubbles, and should be done. So I'm liking that so far. That's pretty cool. Could do with a little bit of, we'll see. It is delicate. I could really, yeah, I'm liking that. That's very cute. All righty. So thank you guys. Thanks for joining me again. Mind my mess in the background. That's from earlier today. All right, let's go back. Let's do right back. All right, there we go. There we go. It needs a bee. I don't think, once I fill all those in, Stella, I don't reckon it's going to have room for a bee. But you are welcome to grab one and be in yours, no dramas. Thank you very much again for joining me. I'm starting to get tired. I can see my eyes are starting to get tired. Appreciate all your time and effort you put into following me, and without you guys, I'm really just me. So with you guys, I am me plus one and a couple of thousand. Thank you. Enjoy your Christmas. Have a safe New Year. Please be safe. Hug the person next to you and enjoy the Christmas lunch and the dessert. Bye.